If I knew this before, holy moly, I'd be doing absolute numbers right now. But that one thing is that Pokemon sealed products is more about the collectible side of it. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that it doesn't need to have a good value, it needs to be desired. And when we talk about collection boxes and how they're just not a good buy, the problem about collection boxes is that they focus on the price per pack. The thing is, UPCs, ETBs, I think 151 ETBs have all taught us a really good lesson. 151 ETBs have kind of taught us that it's realistically not about the price per pack and how good the value is, but the desirability of the item. You look at 151 UPCs, it does not justify the price it is at. It is a ridiculous price. It is a ridiculously high price. However, at the same time, it's about the collectible side of it. And I think this kind of takes a long time to kind of figure out. But let's look at prismatic booster bundle displays for an example, right? So prismatic booster bundle displays, they are way more expensive than just booster bundles, okay? The price per pack is awful. But it's not about the price per pack. It's about the collectible side of it. And I think you're way better off buying the premium items when they're not at a premium. Like, we're talking prismatic SBCs, we're talking Decimals booster boxes, we're talking prismatic booster bundle displays. That's actually something I've made a move on pretty recently. I've bought 5 displays. I'm going to be talking about that in a video soon. But at the end of the day, these items do the best. You look at 151 displays, you look at 151 UPCs, you look at Evolving Skies cases and Lost Origin cases, and there's always a premium to it. Where's the premium? Where is the value? It is a cardboard brown box. How can a cardboard brown box of Evolving Skies have about a $3,000 premium on it? How does that make any sense? It doesn't need to make sense. It's the desirability for the item, okay? So it's the same thing as 151 displays. It's the desirability of the item. And this took me a long time to realize because I always tried to chase the underrated item. And I feel like a lot of people do this, right? They try to chase the underrated item. Well, you should buy Blooming Waters because it's underrated. The price per pack is really good. You should buy this collection box and that collection box. But the problem is that these items don't have that desirability. Now, yes, Pokemon goes up a lot. Rip and shippers rip through all these packs. However, if your logic is that collection boxes are undervalued because the price per pack is really good compared to UPCs, let's just say the price per pack doubles, what's going to happen is Blooming Waters is going to go from like, what, 150, 130, I don't know what the price is, let's just say it's 130, it's going to go from 130 to 260. UPCs are then going to do the same gains, but more because the premium for the item always goes up. The Team Up Booster Box has gone up a certain percentage, very large percentage. The booster packs have not matched that percentage. Like, if you look at booster boxes a year ago versus booster packs, they've both gone up, but the booster box has gone up a higher amount in percentage. Yes, the price per pack buying blisters or 3-pack blisters is better. Now, I know this is a very basic thing to say, and a lot of people may think like, yeah, Sam, what's your point? My point is that buying those items that don't seem to be a good price per pack, but actually has something else to it being a desired item, that's where the money's at. Like 151 UPCs, could you imagine you bought 151 poster collections, Zapdos, Alakazam years ago because you thought, well, hang on, those are actually a really good price per pack compared to UPCs or booster bundles or really whatever. If you looked at those and you thought, man, those are, say ETBs are $60, price per pack is like what, $6.50 each. You might look at that and go, oh, $6.50, but hang on, poster collections are actually $5, so I'm going to stick to poster collections. But guess what? Those poster collections have barely gone up. Meanwhile, the UPC and booster bundle display has gone up a whole ton. So my investing that I'm going to be doing in the future is going to be strictly collectible items. I actually had a bunch of Alakazam and Zapdos boxes. However, someone reached out to me and he bought all of them at pretty much market price. So I was really happy about that. In fact, I was actually able to swap them for prismatic displays, which is perfect because I was able to swap a really, really bad item that doesn't have a whole ton of demand for an item that is ready to blossom. You just got to give it a year or two and it will do absolute numbers. Let's come back in a couple of years. Let's see which one's more expensive. Prismatic Seal Displays, a Europe exclusive item that is so heavily desired, or 151 poster collection. And I think that's why you see items like Paldean Fates ETBs do so good, because there is a collectible side of it. Now let's go back a bit. Let's look at Shining Fates. Shining Fates ETBs They got absolutely clapped. They were dead for a while. They've gone up a little bit, okay? But those collection boxes have not gone up. The reason why is because there is a natural demand to those premium items. But if you're holding on to any premium collection items, I would recommend you sell them, to be honest. Unless it has a phenomenal promo inside. Completely different story. If it has like a king jar, green jar, or whatever, different story. The point is items that don't have a premium towards it. Now, what items have a premium towards it? Funnily enough, if you want to hear a quick fun fact, ETBs didn't really have much of a premium for them. Back in the day, ETBs were actually the fire sold item, which was very interesting. It is very weird time in Pokemon. In Sword and Shield, ETBs were everywhere. You could buy whatever ETBs you wanted. However, now with Scar and Violet, they've actually become a bit of a premium. So back in the day, the investing would be buy just the booster box. Now you can actually buy the booster box or the ETB. Both actually work. But did you notice how the ETB is a really bad price per pack? But at the same time, that doesn't matter because no one is opening it. No, well, okay, people are opening it, but a lot of people who buy it and want to display it. No one who buys sealed boxes looks at it, wants to display it, and goes, all right. 151 ETBs. It's a really, really good display. Will look fantastic on my shelf. But Blooming Waters, I mean, far out. Look at the price per pack. It's such a good display. The price per pack is amazing. No one does that, okay? That's bullcrap. Literally no one does that. It's the collectible side to it. It's the displaying because Pokemon has gotten into a new age where it's more about the collectible side of it rather than opening it for a lot of people. Like Silver Tempest is a great example, right? Silver Tempest, far out. I got these boxes so cheap. I got these for about 250 USD and about 420 AUD. It's roughly the same conversion. Now, how I got so cheap was I got them from Amazon. Now, this was only up for about 20 seconds, but I got a ping using TCGNOTIFY, which is a Discord server in Australia. It's unfortunately Australia only, but if you're in Australia, I would recommend you join it. It's only $12 a month and you get pings online. Dude, I got this for $420. It literally goes for $800 to $850 on eBay. That's ridiculous. I got a Sword and Shield booster box at 50% of market price. That's ridiculous. So I would recommend you join. Make sure you use my code, which is Samboy50. You get 50% off your first month. I would highly recommend you join. Sorry, I just had to add a random plug there. If you're interested and you want to see more details, make sure to click the top link in the description. That gives you a 2-minute in-depth video about what TCGNOTIFY is, how to join, and other details. So let's think for a second. Mini tins doesn't really have much of a premium on them. It does, but not as much as other stuff. So what I think you should do is, I know it's incredibly painful, but I think you should just bite the bullet on the item. If you want to buy a 151 UPC, I know it's painful, but if you bite the bullet, trust me, it's going to be worth it. The UPC is only going up from here, okay? Same with the booster bar display. I need you got to bite the bullet. Now, if you admittedly want to invest in something a little bit cheaper, I'd recommend you invest in Prismatic UPCs. Now, the reason why Prismatic SBCs you should invest in is because they haven't really, like the premium hasn't really been added to it. It was more of the fact that, okay, SBC, it has, I think, 16 packs inside. Packs go for about this much. All right, well, the secondary value is going to be this much. However, as time goes on, the premium items will start to separate from the non-premium items. You see, if you're holding Prismatic Poster Collection, you're going to notice after many years, you're not going to see many gains on it versus other items like ETBs are going to absolutely send it. But here's the thing. Let's not look at ETBs for a second. ETBs are a really good item, but they've been printed a lot. Let's look at other items. Let's look at the premium items. I think with Prismatic, you've got 3 main premium items. Now, you got number 3, which is the Prismatic SBCs. Absolutely fantastic product. Fantastic display. Fantastic goods inside. Not as good as the other UPCs, but a fantastic item nonetheless. And then you have the second highest premium, which is the Prismatic Booster Bundle display. Absolutely phenomenal item. Everybody loves displays. These guys are I was touching the wrong item. These guys are paving the way for Prismatic displays to do absolutely phenomenal. The reason why is Prismatic is going to be in print for a good while. If by some miracle 151 booster bundle displays or Paladin Fates is like 4 or 5k, like let's just say in a year's time 151 displays go on a massive run up and go to like 5k each, okay, or Paladin Fates, really either or, they go to a massive run up. What I think is going to happen is I think people are going to look at that and they're going to go, holy shit, that was a global product that was released everywhere. Prismatic is going to be opened up more than both of those two sets combined and is every single day. Prismatic is arguably a better set. I don't think it is, but a lot of people argue it. And a lot of, I mean, it has the most hype, right? So, like, the numbers don't lie. Let's just say the best set in Scarlet Violet. It's the best set in Scarlet Violet, and it has a sealed display, and that display is only in Europe, and it's cheaper than those boxes. That makes no sense. And you know what will happen is time will do its thing. Because you can have an item that's newer, but if it's better, it will catch up. Look at Destined Rivals. Notice how Destined Rivals is bit by bit slaying every single Scarlet Violet booster box. Notice how Destined Rivals, the premium item, the item everybody wants, the item everybody loves, the set everybody wants. Notice how it was more expensive than most of the boxes, but bit by bit it's taken out one after the other until eventually the final boss fight is Paldea Evolved. That is the final boss fight, and then after that it is officially the most expensive booster box of Scarlet Violet. And guess what? It's only a matter of time until Destined Rivals overtakes Paldea Evolved, because the only thing that speaks for Pokemon is time. Time is the only thing that speaks. Destined Rivals is better than Silver Tempest, but Destined Rivals is newer, meaning that time will do its thing. In 5 years' time, Destined Rivals will slowly be catching up, slowly but surely, and then it'll overtake Silver Tempest, and it'll overtake Brilliant Stars, and it'll overtake those crappier boxes, okay? Just like how we saw Evolving Skies better than Unified Minds, or we saw it better than Unbroken Bonds, and it just took a while. It slowly caught up to those older ones. They're good sets, but Evolving Skies being better, it slowly caught up to it. So what Destined Rivals is going to do is it's going to slowly catch up to Silver Tempest. Brilliant Stars may have been a bit of a stretch, but like it'll slowly catch up to Astral Radiance. I mean, how much longer until Destined Rivals is more expensive than Astral Radiance or Vivid Voltage? Oh, it already is more expensive than Vivid Voltage. It's only got the final boss fights: Silver Tempest, Lost Origin, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, Brilliant Stars. Is that realistically it? I think there's 11 Sword and Shield boxes, and it's already taken out a couple, not half of them, but a couple. It's slowly going to take its next victim, okay? Its next victim is Paldea Evolved, 100%. Once it overtakes Paldea Evolved, I don't know when it will, but it will eventually, okay? What my point with this is that with Pokemon, how an item is valued is basically not when it was released, but how good it is. Now, because Destined Rivals, if that set is better than any set of Scarlet and Violet, sure, it may have been the last one, still going to outperform every other box. So that's why you look at items like Pokémon Center. Oh, by the way, the number one premium item for Prismatic is Pokémon Center ETBs. So you look at Pokémon Center ETBs and you think like, damn, like, could you imagine if that was like a 2 or 3k ETB? I can't imagine that. Like, it doesn't process in my brain that such a modern Elite Trainer box can do that. But it might. I don't think it will, but it could. Items that have a premium do wonders, and they wow everybody every time. Every single time the premium item just shocks everybody. Now with Paladin Fate and 151, as those absolutely send it, those displays, it's going to pave the way for Prismatic Evolutions. And then in time, I believe this, in time, Prismatic Evolutions will overtake the other ones. I firmly believe this, that all the older ones will be overtaken by Prismatic Evolutions. It is a better set by the public and by the numbers, and also it is more exclusive because it's EU exclusive, right? I think these factors will kind of show us that it doesn't have to be a better price per pack. It doesn't have to be maximum value. It's all about the collectible side of it. How displayable is a Prismatic booster bundle display? How displayable is an ETB, a booster box? Those are extremely displayable. I'm going to be real with you. I've literally never seen someone display Blooming Waters. I've never seen someone display Postal Collection. I've never seen it in my life. And I don't think I will. I don't think I'm ever going to see someone display this because no one displays them. Now, sure, people may fill their closets when they're investing in it, but realistically, investing is useless if there's nobody actually buying it. Now, the collectors, what do they want? They want those premium items. But yeah, so yeah, it's a bit of a rant video. It's always just a good reminder that no matter what you do, please do not hold premium collection boxes. They don't do well. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.